So, who are the death dealers, and what do they want from us? Stay tuned for the Information Nation and more stuff to find out. Oh, yeah. Hey, this is Ken for the Information Nation, bringing you more stuff. That's right, we're bringing you more stuff. Hey, death dealers. What are they? What is a death dealer? Would you consider tobacco industry death dealers? How about Big Pharma? They sell GMOs and they manufacture and sell GMOs. Tobacco industry, they've been lying to us for years. And how about your legislator? Would you consider your legislator a death dealer? Would you consider them death dealers? I would. Because they don't care about anything. All they care about is revenue. So why don't we do this? Let's take a look at Mount Baker Vapor. So what's happening with Mount Baker Vapors? These regulators are trying to kill this industry. So Mount Baker Vapor, on their wholesale blog, says with impending regulations on e-cigarettes in Washington state, we find ourselves needing to limit the number of flavors we offer so that it is a manageable amount, in case each flavor needs to be individually certified for sale. These discontinued flavors are based off of sales volume, and we apologize for any inconvenience their retirement may cause you and your customers. Please reach out to us in the case one of your flavors is being discontinued, and we would be happy to help you find another flavor that will nicely fit your inventory. This goes to the wholesalers out there. So Mount Baker Vapor, that supplies a number of the smaller vape shops, is now discontinuing some of the flavors that they handle. Ladies and gentlemen, it started. It has started big time now. They're doing this because they're scared of what these people might do. This is how they're getting at the people that are in the vaping industry. And you want to know something? I consider them death dealers, not Mount Baker Vapor, but Washington State. And I'm going to tell you why in a little bit. Hey, now you may not think so, but Mount Baker Vapor's loss is your loss, because they're hitting the vaping industry hard, real hard. And why? Well, they want taxes. This is the thing that I tried to tell you before. They're not looking to ban it. They're looking to tax the hell out of it and run you right out of business. Tax it and regulate it. You want to know why, slave? It's your money that they want, slave. They want you to be a slave. It's called control. It's called social engineering. Controlling you is what they want to do for your money, for your labor. They want to take everything they can, take it away from you, so they can have all their programs and they can look important. But your reps are basically what Lenin called useful idiots. People who don't do any research whatsoever on any topic. They just jump on the bandwagon because they're seeing money. They're seeing adding to their own prestige. These people are more dangerous than anyone else. And you want to know why? Because they're easily manipulated. Why do I call them death dealers? Here's why I call them death dealers. Now, this is something that the death dealers have known for a long time. World Health Organization, Monsanto's Roundup probably causes cancer. No kidding. Really? Let's go down a little farther here. Cancer Research Agency of the World Health Organization has stated the world's most popular herbicide probably causes cancers in human as well DNA and chromosomal damage. The International Agency for Research on Cancer published a report in the Lancet Oncology detailing evaluations of the organophosphate pesticides and herbicides. The report concluded that there was limited evidence that carcinogenicity, boy, they love big words, in humans for non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. The evidence of this conclusion was pulled from studies of exposure to the chemical in the U.S., Canada, and Sweden, published in 2001. Why don't you go back a little bit farther? This is Monsanto. I'm willing to bet if they took this thing apart, they would more than likely, and I have no evidence of this, so don't go jump on my case, but they would probably find that it's based on Agent Orange. And we know how well that did for our troops. But you see, the death dealers don't do anything about this. They don't ban Roundup. That's their buddy, Monsanto. I'm sorry. They're not going to ban it. The same people that bring you genetically modified organisms in plants that you are ingesting. They have no long-term studies on that either as to what it's going to do to people. But they're jumping all over the vaping industry, but they haven't jumped on Monsanto. Why? Because the vaping industry doesn't have the kind of money that Monsanto has. That's one of the reasons they have not gotten on Monsanto's case. Why they have not banned their pesticides, their herbicides, or anything else, their GMOs. Other countries have banned their GMO foods, but not the United States. We can't do that to one of our own. Hey, they give us big money contributions to our campaigns. We can't be turning around and taxing them. Do you see where I'm going with? Do you see why I call them death dealers? It's not about your health. It's all about the money. So as you can see, it's about money. Money is their god. They get down, they pray to it, they rub it on their bodies, do whatever it is they do. Ooh, we got more money. Because the tobacco industry is collapsing. Let's face it, ladies and gentlemen, the tobacco industry is collapsing. And they're losing revenue. So where are they going to get it from? They're going to get it from you, the vapor. That's exactly where they're going to get it from, you. If you don't do something, this is why I keep on telling you, join CASA. Get involved. You can sit back and not get involved and wait for somebody else to do it. Guess what? They're not going to do it for you. There's enough people out there sitting on their keister, and when it's all said and done, you're all going to be sitting there whining, going, why did they do that? I can't afford to vape anymore. Yeah, that's the same thing that happened to tobacco people. They kept on raising the prices and raising the prices because you didn't complain. Quite simply, no more regulations, no more taxes, go away. Here we have a product that is helping people. And the death dealers are out there selling a load of crap to the American people and to these useful idiots that sit on city council, that are state representatives, even federal representatives. They're selling them a load of crap. So how do we convince them that things are not as they seem in all of this crap that they're hearing? All right, if you go to my website, The Information Nation, and I'll put a link down below, you will find some articles there. This is one of them. E-cigarettes can provide significant public health benefits. Mark Palsy. E-cigarettes have the potential to provide a significant public health benefits, but are being ignored by the majority of public health professionals, according to experts speaking at an e-cigarette all-party parliamentary group meeting, which was chaired by local MP Mark Palsy in Westminster last week. Now, this is England. They've got the same problem. Professor Riccardo Polosa, director of the Institute for Internal Medicine and Clinical Immunology at the University of Catania in Italy, explained that e-cigarettes not only provide harm reduction but also harm reversal. Dr. Polosa said, "The scientific research I have undertaken is supportive of beneficial effects of e-cigarette use in health and disease. I remain convinced that e-vapor products are at least 96% less harmful than conventional cigarettes. Research proves that e-cigarettes help make the lungs less twitchy in those who have had asthma, and in fact was an improvement of 65% of asthmatics surveyed. The emerging evidence is that e-cigarettes use can reverse harm from tobacco smoking and should be taken into consideration by regulatory authorities seeking to adopt proportional measures for the category." Now, this goes to show you. This is one article that I've got posted right now on my website, theinformationnation.com. And if you want to see the article and keep going back to the site, what you can do is you go down here. Here's the link right here. Just right-click on it and click Open a New Tab. And there is the article. A member of Parliament for Rugby and Buckington. There's a photograph of them, some other stuff. And the entire article is listed right here. Now, if you go back down, new study verifies that e-cigarettes are orders of magnitude safer than tobacco cigarettes. A new study was published today. This is by Dr. Farsalinos. A new study was published today in the International Journal of Environmental Research and Public Health by our group evaluating e-liquids for the presence of tobacco-derived toxins. Additionally, the accuracy of nicotine labeling was assessed. The study is novel because for the first time we assessed tobacco-flavored liquids for the presence of phenols and nitrate known toxins in tobacco smoke as well as nitrosamines. Moreover, we assessed a specific group of e-liquids known as natural extracts from tobacco, NETs, which were made by using cured tobacco leaves to extract the flavor. This is the first time such liquids were specifically tested, and the article goes on to tell you about the difference between them. And, let me continue a little bit here because it's interesting. Characteristically, nitrosamines were 146 to 1,447 times lower in e-liquids compared to tobacco products, in 1 ml liquid compared to 1 gram of tobacco, while nitrate was 1,360 times lower. Net liquids containing somewhat higher levels of tobacco-derived toxins compared to conventional e-liquids, but the levels were still significantly lower compared to tobacco. Deviation from the labeled nicotine content on average was 5.9% for conventional e-liquids and 1.5% for nets, with a maximum deviation of 22.1%. Interestingly, no difference between conventional liquids and NETs were observed, indicating that the flavor extraction process does not lead to extraction of nicotine from the tobacco leaves. The study adds to current evidence confirming lower risk potentials for e-cigarettes compared to tobacco. NET liquids containing more tobacco derivative toxins, but still much lower compared to tobacco. Now, here's the thing. Here's what you do again. You come down here, you right-click, you click link on tab, open in a new tab, and as soon as it's going round and round, and there he is, Dr. Farsalinos, and you can see the entire thing here, and he's got links to his studies and everything else. This is a great research tool for you. If you want to turn around and stick it up your legislature's chocolate whizwang, you want to go to this man's site. Now, what I had told you before, as e-cigarette sales soar, critics eye regulation. The Food and Drug Administration expects to publish its much-anticipated regulations for e-cigarettes in June. As the products are surging in popularity, the fact sales are expanding so rapidly that some experts predict e-cigs will overtake sales of conventional smokes within a decade. From our perspective, the rules are long overdue. Now, Assistant Vice President of National Advocacy at the American Lung Association, who noted the regulations have been in works for about a year. The FDA already regulates cigarette tobacco, roll-your-own tobacco, and smokeless tobacco. Under the 2009 Family Smoking and Tobacco Control Act, the FDA can deem additional tobacco products to be subject to the Federal Food and Drug and Cosmetic Act. Among other things, firms would be required to register with the FDA and submit product and ingredients listing and include health warnings and take steps to prevent sales from underage consumers. Well, we all agree we don't want people underage consuming this stuff. To date, the FDA has not been able to fully assess the public health impacts of unregulated tobacco products. The FDA said in a statement sent to CBS, Money Watch. For example, some testing of e-cigarette cartridges have revealed significant variability in nicotine content and the presence of chemical constituents that raise concerns of toxicity. Now, this article goes on, and they literally quote the horseshit study that said, oh my God, there's formaldehyde. Yeah, well, guess what? Formaldehyde. If I can't even crank my mods up as high as they did. So if you want to take the damn thing up, hook it to your car battery and maybe get it up to, 1,800, 2,000 watts. The study that they quote was bullshit, and everybody knows it, especially people in the vaping industry. We all know the kind of crap that we're dealing with here. They're lying. Why? Because they can tax it. What did it say at the beginning of the article? That e-cigs will overtake sales of conventional smokes within a decade. I'll tell you the truth, ladies and gentlemen, the more the word gets out, I don't think it's going to take 10 years. I don't think it'll take a decade. I think it's going to be more like 3 to 5. The tobacco industry is collapsing. The e-cigarette industry is growing. And if you don't do something about it, guess what? You're not going to have it anymore. Not my problem. I'll find a way to do it. So will you. It might cost us a hell of a lot of money to continue vaping. But I'll tell you one thing. I've been vaping now for over a year. My lungs are clear. I feel better. I sleep better. I breathe better. Even some of the people that I have talked to down at the, I have a friend of mine that's going for cancer treatment right now. And you know what they said? What the doctors down there said? When he told them, I'm vaping? He said, good. He said, you're not on cigarettes anymore, and there's nothing wrong with vaping. Even the doctors are starting to come around. So let's face it, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't turn around and start finding these articles and going to these meetings and start sticking them in your legislator's face and asking them very plainly, are you a death dealer or are you my representative? And watch the shocked look on their face when you tell them that. And then stick this article in their face, or you can stick it somewhere else so you really get their attention. Maybe then, just maybe then, we'll be able to save the vaping industry for ourselves, which is what we want to do. We want people off of cigarettes. We want people to be healthy. They don't. That's the question to pose to them. Question number 2, do you want people to be healthy? Then why are you doing what you're doing? Because there is enough evidence out there right now, and it's piling up day by day by day by day by day, that e-cigarettes are a great alternative to getting off of tobacco products. And don't hand me, well, we got to do this for the kids. I've been listening to that for over 40 years now. And the only thing, you've never done it for the kids, you've done it to the kids. And you're doing it to the people. So talk to these people, get their attention, and make a change. Be the change. Get out there and be the change. Get your friends involved. Hey, make it a day. Go to one of these meetings and afterwards stop out for beer and pizza, man. Make it a day so you can sit down and you can discuss this stuff and you can figure out your strategy. Join CASA. Get involved. Because if you don't do it, you're going to lose it. But hey, that's just my opinion. This has been Ken for the Information Nation, bringing you more stuff. I'm glad you could show up and watch the video. I wish you would subscribe to the channel. Give us a thumbs up. Share this channel with this video with as many people as you possibly can. Put it on your Facebook. Put it on your Twitter. Put it on your Google+. Put it on Instagram. I don't know, however you do that stuff. But do something. In the meantime, in between time, ain't we got fun? Hey, have a great day.